I'm taking you places you probably never been. When in the presence of greatness, no, you can never win. I've been patiently waiting until they let us in. I'm trying to set myself apart while they setting trends.
What's popping? Hey, yo, it's Nate Dogg, 916, coming at you live from Sacramento. I'm not getting into all that because I've been waiting for this interview for a minute. Y'all know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. If y'all here, y'all here. If y'all missed this, you probably square. So it's good. Hey, without further ado, man, what they call you? Where you from, OG?
Yeah, what's good with you, man? You know, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, man. They call me OG Killer Kev, man. You heard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for coming on first and foremost, man. It's like I said, it's been a long time waiting. You were the first person I contacted from New York, and you've been really busy, so it's been hard for us to really link up and get this on. But I'm glad I finally got to do it, man. First of all, man, it's not a lot about, everybody got this misnomer that Cali don't fuck with New York or West Coast don't fuck with the East Coast or whatever, man. Obviously, that's old school shit. Like, we ain't even own that. I'm trying to learn more about every city, every brother. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what's it like out there growing up in New York for Kev, man? What was it like for you growing up in New York?
Well, like I'm from Brooklyn, New York, right?
Yes,
so,
sir.
A lot of our, I come from a very hostile environment. Whereas that we from the projects. There's a lot of projects. So you got people, you got people living on top of you, on the bottom of you, on the side of you, all type of stuff. It's like you double bunk with hundreds and hundreds of people. You're in relation with each other in this world.
Right.
So it's a different type of energy. The energy that we live in, we deal with our peers and our peoples every day. That's not in relation with you, but you will try to consider. You can't consider them family. Growing up, eating and coming from the same building, but there's hundreds of people living that you see coming in and out, things of that nature. But growing up pretty much out here, it was very hostile. Because everything boiled down to currency, which is money.
Okay. So it's about money.
Yeah, it was about money. You know what I mean? So, poverty at its lowest, consists of fights, consists of stabbings, and then eventually there's the murder. Then you go to prison and things of that nature. Things that happen all around the different hoods. The energy is just is different,
So y'all get off the porch a lot early. I'm assuming y'all get off the porch early. You know what I mean? It ain't no porch when you're in the projects. And as soon as you walk outside, it's just off top.
I was about to say, porch don't even exist in that vocabulary.
Yeah.
Stoop.
Yeah. Y'all get off the stoop early, right?
Yeah, we get off the stoop early,
I mean, eventually you got off the stoop. I mean, I'm sure you wasn't, out in the streets at 2 and 3, but I'm saying eventually you got out in the stoop, man. Tell us a little bit what it was like for Killer Kev or Mr. Kevin to first get out off the stoop and out there with the fellas.
Well, growing up with a single mother, growing up with a single mother, a younger sister.
Okay.
I started, intertwined with the streets growing up, but one of the most particular interesting things that I was very interested because I was a street fighter.
Okay.
I fought a lot.
Right.
I was the only dude in my family, but I fought a lot. Girls and dudes, it didn't matter. I don't care.
Oh, you fight anybody.
I fought anybody. If you was beating my sister up and you was a girl, I'm knocking you out. I don't care about that shit. It was just that type of energy, growing up though, I wound up, in the streets, doing what I do.
Right.
I eventually went to boxing, at the age of 9. Yeah, I went to start boxing, fought in the clubs, things of that nature, But I was still in the streets, I was still in the streets, doing what I had to do to survive. So one of the things that, I don't know if you've seen like stories of me and Shannon Briggs. We grew up together.
I seen an interview you did with bruh, but I didn't really see none of the story. I seen an interview you did on Flip with bruh, but I really didn't hear the whole thing.
We grew up basically in the streets.
Yeah.
To the gym together.
Oh, okay.
So he became a three-time world champion.
Yes,
but I became a 5-time world champion inside prison,
Okay. That's how it goes.
I was in the street. He went to become successful. I went to prison, you know,
Right.
for numerous things, charges, including murder. But, you know, I became that prison model.
So did you ever, okay, not to interrupt that, but did you ever have to spar against bruh?
Against Shannon?
Yeah.
Shannon was always bigger than me.
Right.
You know, he was younger,
Right.
but we never had the chance to spar, you heard?
Oh, okay.
Because boxing is strict. They deal with your weight,
Oh, yeah.
your height, you know.
Oh, I
things
know.
that-
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So, nah.
I had some amateur experience, but never no grown man experience other than like you said in prison.
Yeah, I went from amateur to pro. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I seen some of your videos. I see what you're working with.
Yeah, practicing with the young puppies.
Yeah, I saw you. He was underestimating you, but yeah, it's good. It's good. I was watching. I was like, oh, don't go in. I see it. I see it coming.
Yeah, you saw me. Yeah, I got turned up, but I got to remember that I'm a
at the end, I saw you turn up a little bit. I'm like, he caught you with a jab, and you turned up a little bit. I was like, don't hurt him.
Then I calmed down. Right. One of the things about being a trainer,
yeah,
you have to learn how to be a trainer while you fighting.
Yes.
While you're in war.
Yeah.
You still got to think training strategy. Although
Absolutely.
you may get tricked at a certain disadvantage.
Yeah.
You know, you're training a puppy, but even that, you know, but you want your puppy to become rough. You want your puppy to become tough. You don't want your puppy, and you know, and it's good that you indulge in some type of disadvantage while you train it.
Right.
Because it even sharpens up your sword.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, that's good, but you can't overextend cruelty, because what happens is that you can take the
away from
disadvantage that you try to create.
Yeah.
You can take the disadvantage you try to create in the puppy.
Yeah.
And take their whole worth away from them.
Yep.
They don't want to come to the gym. And a lot of times when I practice with somebody, they don't come back to the gym because I hit them so hard or in a certain place or this, and they're like, nah, that nigga trying to kill me. And they're like, oh, you gotta watch out for that. You gotta be. That's what training is about. You heard?
Yep, that's right. That's understanding. You're not gonna want to keep learning if all you're doing is ow the whole time. You know what I mean?
Right.
You give them a little bit, then you let them think they're doing something, and then show them why they shouldn't do that no more. You know what I mean?
Trainer.
I understand. Yeah, it's definitely a good job to get into, and it keeps their mind focused. Absolutely. So you doing the boxing and running the streets, beating motherfuckers up. I'm assuming because you already classically trained, and then you out in the streets with the homies.
Right. Facts.
And at some point, you before prison or after prison, you joined some kind of affiliation.
No, during the first time, I was one of the pioneers of before that, I was one of the pioneers of the non-trade gangsters.
Okay.
So yeah, it came out in 1983, and you know they had dudes that was going around burning, but they wasn't official. They was older dudes, and they still was in population. You know what? I turned homie. Shout out to Hellraiser. Hellraiser was the one who guided me. Okay. Who turned, you know, who
brought you home.
Gave me knowledge itself of, you know, yeah, that's right. Gave me knowledge itself of becoming a real homie. You know what I'm saying? Brotherly love.
So for those who don't know, you said 9 Trey Gangsters?
Facts.
Okay,
First
so for those who don't know from California, like myself, is the 9 Trey Gangsters an offset of a California gang, or is it something you guys started just singularly out there?
Nah, this started from singular out here.
Okay. Just to clear it up for some people, because I've heard this question asked. You know, I've heard this question asked. A lot of
stories about the 9 Treys, so that sounds like a Crip set and all that.
Yeah. It was 8 numbers. It's 8 Trey out
there, though.
It's 8 Trey Gangsters out here.
Right.
And they Crips. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and Avalon, they over on Avalon in LA and all that. Yeah. But now I just want to make sure I clear that up for the viewers, that because a lot of people have the misunderstanding that, not that it matters, but just so they know for their own knowledge, a lot of people don't do the research on their own shit, so they assume shit about other people's stuff, you know. So that's why I just wanted to clear that up. So the brother Hellraiser brought you home. This was on the streets.
90s, yeah, early in the 90s, there wasn't, you know, Rikers Island is one of the worst jails in almost probably the United States. I'm telling you, it's like Rikers Island is worse than the prisons. Okay. And Rikers Island is only a set. It's only jails. These are jails.
Right.
These are prematurely holding convicts for bigger, stature is prison.
Right.
But, Rikers Island is only going through what they call a minimum process of prepping you to go upstate where the big boys is at. But at the same time, Rikers Island is overpopulated with a lot more violence than prisons upstate. You heard?
Right.
They're a lot more over violent with prisons upstate. You got dudes upstate that already got 100 years, 150 years. And they're some of the most quietest ones.
Oh, yeah.
So, when you on Rikers Island, it was overly populated with a lot of violence. And at that time, the Hispanics and the blacks, had an altercation on several occasions that somehow shut jails down. Somehow, so, the Bloods started to come about, which I was like one of the original pioneers of developing some type of fear and some type of violence.
Right.
When it came to oppression and this type of rights. So I made a lot of statements during my time, during my ways in prison.
And for those who paying attention, he's talking about statements of action when he says he makes a lot of statements.
Right, exactly. Let's get that
let's get that real clear. He's talking about statements of action.
Yeah, we made facts. I made a lot of those on facts, on trying to, resolve situations.
Right.
Or put in fear situations.
Right.
In order for us to survive. So, so during the early 90s, like 93, 94, there wasn't no Bloods like that.
In
at
Rikers?
all.
In Rikers or on the streets?
Noise. Right.
Oh, okay. Wasn't nobody really turning it up?
No, not at all. Not in the streets. It wasn't in the streets yet.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't in the streets yet. It started something, brotherly love, over by oppression and destruction.
Right.
It's one of the things that I don't take nothing from LA.
Right.
I don't really follow that type of protocol
and
that type of, being submissive to those rules and regulations. Because New York, we was different.
Right.
And at that time, only thing I remember, I was just on go time. You heard?
Yeah.
We was on go time. It wasn't time to sit around to debate of these certain type of levels or these certain type of rings. Excuse me.
Politics.
Or politics, we didn't deal with politics. We dealt strictly with violence.
Well, it's in defense of the homies, right? If it's go time, it's go time. Period. Like straight up, like it ain't no politicking when it come time to y'all trying to do something to us and thinking y'all can get away with it.
Chief.
Yeah,
there was no big
ain't none of that.
Little Indians. If you wasn't hitting and you wasn't banging,
getting out the way.
What we was against, you was out of here.
Yeah, you like you say, you was fooled.
Fool.
Yeah, you fooled. If you're not with this shit, you fool. Get out the way.
I wasn't with the politics.
Yeah.
I don't care about the ranks. I didn't care about the government or all that other crazy stuff. I was different, you heard?
But when you from what you're saying, when you're one of the pioneers of an organization, you say you don't have to be with you are the upper rank. You don't have to be with the rules of nothing.
Exactly. They said that when people are influenced by their leaders.
Yes.
They do what their leaders do, not what their leaders tell them to do.
Absolutely. Best leaders are always those that are on the ground with the troops.
So I had that influence on what I believed in, and what was against us was oppression when it came to another race. So that's why I took the initiative.
Right.
And I took the route to go on go.
Right.
And accomplish a lot of things to create terror, to create fear within jails, within populated areas that I didn't feel so good about, or I had, or oppression. So that's basically what my name became so big. You know? Okay,
so basically, anytime it was any kind of thing going bad against blacks, it was pop off time with you.
It was pop off time, man.
Right, understandable, totally understandable. As it should be. It should be like that everywhere. But sometimes people just allow shit to happen instead of just if it's gonna pop, it's gonna pop. Win, lose, or draw, y'all not finna just stand and do my folks bad.
Facts.
Yeah, fact. But and we have a lot, as you know, we got a lot of racial issues over here in California. Period, in our prison system. So it's you're not even sitting on our table or even thinking you finna get close to our areas without it popping. Like nah. But
that's a whole fact.
So you end up catching your first prison bid. I don't know how many prison bids you've done, honestly. But the first one was what did that entail? You getting that first one before you even got there?
My first prison sentence?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I was charged with numerous prison sentences.
Okay.
But from assault to attempt murder to murder.
Okay.
So I had a few cases. Which,
okay, so you had a murder case.
Right. Which all boiled down to me doing 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean?
Okay. So they ended up sending you to 15 solid?
Yeah. Eventually I started. Eventually.
Right.
Because I had a lot of cases other than that.
Right. Of course.
It ran concurrently. You know, New York law is different. They run things concurrently with the biggest bid.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So all the other bids that had assault and attempt, it came concurrently with, they matched it concurrently, simultaneously with my biggest charge, which was the murder charge. They dropped down to, they took away the homicide charge, which they still charge me with. They act like I, you know, but I copped up to the gun that was used in the murder. So therefore they put these charges with that. And I know all in all I did 15.
Oh, okay. Straight?
Yes.
Or all those cases combined, or just straight?
All combined, straight 15, yeah.
Woo. 15 years straight. No coming home.
No coming home.
What was it? Okay, so I've had people, so I'm sure you know, and if you don't, I did 17 years straight, 17 and a half years straight, right?
Right.
And a lot of times people ask me, how'd I make it through 17 years and come out, normal? You know what I mean? Or like, like we rocking. Well, if somebody asks you that question, what do you say? How did you do 15 years and still come out functioning and able to, hold your mental capacity?
I'm gonna tell you something. I said this on Lisa Evans shows. It's a show that's out here on Hot 97.
Yeah.
Called Street Soldiers.
Okay.
You don't actually. Let me tell you something. You don't actually. Sometimes our internal beings, our way of thinking. Me. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah.
I took the time to incorporate a lot of things when I was up north. When I was in the, I did a lot. Most of my time was done in SHU. That's the problem.
Yeah, the show.
So,
yeah.
So the thing I did was exercise a lot, and I read a lot. One of the things I did about reading a lot was that I always, because you're in SHU, that's 23-hour lockdown out of 24 hours a day.
Okay.
23 hours in a loose, small by 12 by 6 or 6 by 12 cell. You're
right.
By yourself. So you got to incorporate things in this cell to make a world outside of it. Yeah. So one of the things that I mastered, besides exercising, eating right, I had to develop a TV inside my brain.
Right.
So a lot of things. So your TV was like click. A lot of things that incorporate your living and your being of being on television while you inside this. You know what? It's called make use of time.
Right. Absolutely.
So to make use of time while you're incarcerated is to what? Tune into things that keep you occupied.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I tuned in was reading. Reading became an obsessive to me, an obsession. Okay. So when I read stories, what I would do is I would read a story and incorporate the characters in a book.
Right.
But it all dealt with like things at this time. I had a lot of books dealing with warfare.
Right.
And I did history, like Mao Zedong from China, Stalin from Russia, schools from Russia. I started incorporating these type of things.
Strategy of war books.
For war.
Yeah, absolutely.
They helped me.
Yeah.
They helped me to prepare myself for war.
Studying different languages.
Yeah. I became them though. In my cell, in my own world, I was
okay. Yes.
I was growing a mustache like this.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I did all that, you heard? Part in the middle, I was like this. I became a character, you heard?
Right.
Which made use of time but at the same time, you gotta remember this. You start developing a capacity to build your brain and your mind up.
Mental exercise.
Extravagant. Exactly.
Yeah. Thinking outside the box. You learn to think outside the box while you're in the box.
Facts.
Right. Okay. So good. Okay. So, and just a little like in our shoe, it's pretty much the same thing. Like we don't get 23-1. We get like basically we lock down every 3 days. We might get an hour or two out on the yard. They break it down like that. So like every 72 hours, they'll sit you out in a little. Basically, they'll take you from a concrete box and put you in another concrete box with a shower for 2.5 hours, depending on if you got a cool cop or how many people want to go out. And that's how the shoe is out here. So basically, all you got to do is study, like you said, study and work out. Study and work out. You know what I mean? Like, but the one thing we did have is they would let us have a TV or a radio in our cell, one or the other. And so we'd have a TV, but like me and my cellmate that I was in the cell with, we wouldn't even bring the TV on until afternoon period, because the morning was workout and study time. It was tier workouts, like calling on the tier. Those who from California prisons, they know we'd call tier workout and all the blacks gonna respond. And the other races do it as well, but all the bloods, they gonna work out together.
Right.
In the yard, in there, wherever, especially in lockup. But it built, like you say, it builds that militant mindset to where we function as one unit. You know, we study as one unit, we work out as one unit, we fight as one unit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it worked out. It kept a lot of us safe in some bad situations.
Right.
You know. So you in prison, you doing your time, you kill a Kev. You already, so by the time you go upstate, you already got the name. Your name is already ringing, right?
My name was ringing even before I came to prison.
Before you even came to Rikers.
My name was ringing in the streets, right? When I came to jail, see, this is the thing.
Yeah.
I was ringing, my name was ringing bells in the street.
Right.
Because, you know, it dealt with a circumstance, I'm not going to lie, it dealt with a circumstance, behind my murder. Like, my homicide case wasn't a regular homicide case. You know, some people get shot, boom, and die. You know, my shit dealt with numerous times of the victim getting shot, which was 21 times.
Okay.
Now, you know, in my case, you know, the victim was shot 21 times.
Right.
And, you know, they had an article out. I got the article in here.
Right.
And it says, it says, Killer Kev, you know, lived up to his nickname.
Oh, okay.
And things of that nature, you heard? This is why they called me KK.
Right.
So, but, you know, and then I became a subject of a book at one point. I was on the front cover of a book called The Ville.
Oh, yeah, The Ville. Yeah, I did see
out of 1993.
Right.
You know, which Spike Lee picked it up, and he started, you know, conforming to his own litigation or his own philosophy on the book. And it's nature. You know, the name of the book was The Ville, Cops and Kids in Urban America. That's the first book I was on in 93. But while that book was out, I was still moving around the streets. You know, I was still moving around the streets.
Oh, when that book came out, you were still out there.
A little bit, yeah, just for like a month. Yeah,
okay.
Fact.
Wow.
Police like 2 months before I got apprehended.
Right.
But the crime that I got apprehended for was it was a very heinous crime.
So it was already it's already been adjudicated, that crime? It's already been all the way through the court process and all that?
Yes, that's the one I copped out.
Okay, so whatever you could tell us about that crime, man, let's get a viewer something to hear about it then.
Well, I don't really want to go into details about that crime because it dealt with it's a domestic domestic case, and it's dealing with my wife.
Okay.
There, so I don't want to go
disrespect.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I want to bring up old bones. But anyway, the reputation that I got from that crime itself.
Right.
You know, after all what I've been through, when I came to Rikers Island, you got to understand something. When you go to Rikers Island, now you got the news come on, you know, and I come out, you know, because, you know, you're not locked down 24 hours. You get to see TV.
Right.
So, you know, my incident being repeatedly on the news about what I've done in the front cover of the book I was on, because they used the front cover of the book as a wanted poster. So therefore, The Ville, they used that book, and then they went to the details of the crime about me shooting this kid 20-something times. Right. So that right there, you know, people are ready. Oh shit, that's him. You know, that's him. You know, because I'm in the housing area.
Right.
So, but a lot of the COs also was from Brooklyn, and they used to come up and give me sandwiches and Chinese
Oh, so
food.
the COs in Rikers are from Brooklyn too.
Yeah, a lot of them were from Brooklyn and Queens. And, but when I came through, I got a lot of leverage. You heard? I got a lot of love, a lot of respect. You know what I mean? There was a lot of things being done that other inmates couldn't do. You heard?
Right, for sure.
So I was that type of dude.
Okay, so you was already Killer Kev was already known from the bricks before you even touched the jail cell.
Facts. You know?
So
that's why I said I always profess. You know, Blood never made me. Like a lot of dudes join for protection. Blood never made me out here. I made blood out here.
Okay.
They never made me. I made it when they was going at homies. They was going at people. But when I took initiative and I had that influence on people without putting my feet, all right, this is me, yo. Let me do this, yo.
Yeah,
and
grimy.
People started realizing, oh shit, nah, KK wanted them. Oh, it's gonna be a problem now. And that's what it was. Okay. It was a problem ever since, yo.
So you helped make it rain like it's supposed to rain.
I made it rain, yo. Along with other people too at the same time. You had other people, you know what I'm saying?
So I was you was one of the main contributors to the noise. Man. Yeah.
Facts.
Right. Okay.
Facts.
So you do your bid, you do your 15-year bid, and eventually you get out. What's the first thing? What's the first thing on your mind when you hit them bricks, man?
Well, the first thing on my mind when I hit the bricks was how I was going to try to adapt to society itself.
Right. After that.
Because I know, I'm going to tell you something, because the 15, what I did, but all these years I did, they raised me. I'm a different person. I wasn't the same person that I came in. I was a totally different person when I came out. And I did feel as if, though, that I think I was more dangerous.
Right.
But I contained a lot of my danger intellectually to adapt to society.
Right.
Why it's deep. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I understand that a lot. A lot.
That was deep.
I like that.
So facts. You got the chills, huh?
I like that. I like the way you put it. Like
exactly. So me adapting to, but you gotta understand something. There was people in the world, including my own family, that was how can I say, they was more abnormal to the world and the discipline of the world, which was out of total range with me. I didn't agree with a lot of things that people did when I came home, like the backbiting and talking. That was certain strict principles and morals that I went by that these people been living all their life. You heard? So I had to, I couldn't tell them what to do. So therefore, I created my own aura and sense of fear or a sense of responsibility around people without saying nothing for them to understand me.
So you saying, just so I'm clear, you saying that when you came home, so many morals, so many people, morals and discipline and the way that they rocked on a regular basis was so fucked up that you had to do the same thing I had to do and not judge them off of what you believe and just keep rocking your way.
Right.
Or you was going to be continuously every day trying to do something to somebody for doing something wrong.
Right.
Yeah. I had that experience when I came home. I totally understand that. Because they can't understand the mentality of, I'm rocking like this because it's life or death. Y'all out here playing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been living like this in your case 15 years where every move I make is calculated. I don't do nothing just to do it. You know what I mean? If I punch this dude in his throat, that's because this is a specific move that needs to be made. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you come home and you look at the ways and the characters these people are, you say to yourself, how you got to live this long?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
How you got to live this long? You heard? How you still living? I don't understand how you still living.
Yeah, how is these cats making it this long out here like this? I don't understand it.
Man. But I keep quiet and I cordial.
Like I got me. I'm gonna just go over here and do me. All right, bro. Yeah. Have a good day, man. Have a good day. Before I fuck up the whole rest of your life, I'm gonna just let you have a good day.
Yeah. But when you do comes amongst a lot of these people, they look at you as if though you strange, but they really are.
Oh yeah.
And it's crazy because in some way it entertains the thought that Killer Cab, KK.
Yeah.
I'm staying away from him. He's dangerous. Without me even having to say nothing.
Yeah, you ain't gotta say much.
This ain't my type of energy.
Like we say out here, say less. You ain't got. I understand you completely.
I already know.
Yeah, say less. You can say less. Like I don't. Man, look, I know what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna look. If I really turn up into Nate Dogg, then I know what you guys gonna do. Y'all gonna call the police. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all not ready for this type of work. So y'all stay over there and I'm gonna stay over here because I know what y'all gonna do. You can't be mad at somebody for being a rat when you know they a rat. Yeah, you don't even gotta
without
say
even
it.
telling them.
You ain't gotta say
Without
nothing.
even telling them.
Oh, they
You
know.
what
They
you
get
just said?
they get the picture. Yeah.
They get the picture as soon as
They
they
get the
look.
picture.
As soon as they in your circumference. The way you look at them,
Yep.
and
When
you
you look
smirk,
at them, you be like,
they know.
"What's going on, man? How you doing?"
They out of there.
All right. And then it's just that.
Facts.
Yeah. All right, bro. Hey, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Fact. Yeah.
Or
Yo,
this
let's
nigga
get
start
away.
tripping.
Let's get away. You know, I got cousins and I got relatives like that.
Right.
When
So
we go, listen, when we go to a gathering, Christmas, Thanksgiving, some of my cousins and them, they stay away from me. They stay far. They just look at me from afar, like, that motherfucker crazy, y'all. Because they be knowing, y'all.
And let's see, I feel that because a couple people who know they've been out here doing stuff they wasn't supposed to be doing, right? When I was gone, I'd be like, oh well, let's link up. And they thinking my mindset is how it was or penitentiary lace.
Right.
So they're like, bro, I'm busy. I gotta work. You just said you wasn't doing nothing. Let's link up.
Facts.
They first thought is, he's gonna get on me for this.
Yeah, or he gonna be mad at me because I didn't send him a letter. I didn't send him no money. He might try to kill me.
Oh, so you knew
that's what happened.
Oh, so you knew you was doing something wrong. So you knew you was doing something wrong. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you should feel bad every time you look in the fucking mirror that you didn't send no fucking letter.
That's a fact, man. It's different, you heard?
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't gonna keep you all day, but I definitely want to get to what Killer Kevin's doing now. I know you in the gym. I know you trying to help these youngsters. You know what I mean?
Yo, man. Yeah, what I'm doing right now, man. I'm trying to. I got this thing. I'm trying to profess. It's gloves up, guns down. You heard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want gloves up and the guns down, and that's the movement I'm trying to incorporate in my community. Where I started in Brownsville. Yeah. Brownsville is one of my, because that's my smell of gorilla. They gorillas like me, you heard?
Yeah.
And they young gorillas, so they wild. Just like the story about the young vampires, you know.
Right.
They got the older vampires who hunt deer, not human beings. But the younger vampires, they hunt people. Yeah. You got to teach them how to hunt deer and how to live amongst their peoples without killing them. Yeah. So this is what I try to incorporate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's a good analogy. That's a good analogy. I like that. Yeah, you got to teach them.
You know what I'm talking about.
Because we can still eat. We just ain't got to get all bloody and all. We don't get all the attention to us without you still eat.
Yeah. But, one of the things I enjoy about boxing for the kids, right? Yeah. Especially for the kids that used to the hostility, right?
Yeah.
What happens is though that the closest thing to violence, besides fighting on the street and killing, the closest thing is to them is boxing. But you get to take advantage to make a lot of money, and it's legal even to kill someone in the ring. Yeah. So now you can, take all this hostility, all this anger out, the shooting, put that shit away, and take all that anger you got out in the ring and get money.
Oh yeah.
Get a lot of money.
I love it. I love it. Believe me, I love.
That's what I like.
I like getting out my exertion out legally without nobody being able to say nothing. That's the first thing I say. Like if it's an issue, but let's just put the gloves on. Like it's right. We ain't gotta go to jail. Let's put the gloves on. I'm gonna beat you up, and you might learn something.
Yeah,
I mean, it's cool.
Early on in my, let me tell you something. Early on in my career, as being one of the first several bloods in the whole entire New York State. Right. Which my name rung a lot of bells. Right. I wound up becoming a 5-star general, and I did it. Shout out to SI. Shout out to my boy SI. God bless his dad. He died suicide by a cop. You heard? Oof. His time was up.
Hello to that brother.
He decided I'm not going back. He called the fight phone and fired on the fire department. He set his house on fire. They came, he shot him, and then went outside in the blaze of glory. You know what I mean? Okay. And that's the route he chose to take. SI was one of the most highest rankings in non-Trey. Okay. He got a book out called The Trey Way. Okay. I think that the Wu-Tang in them, because they from Staten Island, they was promoting it. So I don't know if the book is still out. But when we was in Attica, I popped on the police.
Okay.
So I started a war. I started wars with police. That's really my thing. And I got to mention this because, GKB, GKB is Gangsta Killer Bloods.
Okay.
they was, and the top notch, dude I brung home was Shaquille. You heard?
Okay.
So he's like, it's him, CK, and a guy named Pimp. They are the most intrigued leaders of that. You heard?
Okay.
So, but we all out here.
Right.
So we got the advantage to take the advantage to make things in a positive aspect, not a negative aspect. We're not on the negative stuff.
Right.
They had a joint called, right. They had a movement called something that's dealing with positivity out here that the governor even branched them some money to continue to put in effect some positive things. And
right.
They knew that we was former gang members, or they was former gang members. But the government still gave them a lot of money to open up an old program, and they did their thing. So shout out to Shaquille.
Salute to them brothers, man. Yeah, salute to Shaquille and everybody else involved in that program, man. I gotta give salute.
He was one of the most prestigious dude that I brung home, and I appreciate him. I appreciate him a lot because he's a stand-up individual. And for what I heard, I thought that GKB got accepted in the West Coast.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think they got stamped. I'm not sure because I seen my mans out in LA.
Yeah.
But shout out to him anyway. But so early on in these things, these trials and tribulations, be escalating with violence towards the police, the administration. Shutting jails down, the cuttings and the slashing, things of that nature. It led up to my, it led up to my repertoire. Right. So my repertoire became a lot of overextended exposure to, and that's what it was.
Basically, your reputation means I'm Killer Kev for a reason. I'm KK for a reason. It's not jokes. It's not fun. It's not. If you want it, you can get it.
It's not even to glorify that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that name was given to me. You know what I'm saying?
But you lived up to it.
Because of the creations that I created.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had that instinct.
Right.
In the ring, in the street. You know what
killer
I mean?
instinct.
So, fact. So that's basically what that's basically what it is.
Okay, so where can they find you? What do they call your YouTube channel? Is it go ahead and shoot that so they can make sure they check your channel out.
My YouTube channel is called Killer Kev. We got food on it. I think it's like it's a cartoon picture with my glasses. I really look like that. You heard?
Yeah, that's the original look. Yeah,
and my IG is OG_Killer_Kev. You heard?
Yeah, get all that on there. Oh, yeah, OG_Killer with ER_Kev, KEV. Make sure y'all check that out. Hey, first of all, salute. If you want to send any shout outs to anybody right now, it'd be a good time. If you want to shout out anybody,
I want to shout out Take Care. I want to shout out Wayno. I want to shout out God Bless Dead Nalo. I want to shout out Shaquille. I definitely want to give a special shout out to my man Wildlife, who's fighting COVID-19 right now in the hospital.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Hope he become and get better. You know what I mean? I haven't heard from him today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the West Coast too, man.
Yeah, salute. I appreciate you, man.
Shout out to the East Coast, the West Coast.
Shout out to NY, man. Shout out to NY. Shout out to OG Killer Kev, man. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity and coming onto my channel. Everybody in the kennel, you already know what it is. I'm coming with that heat. I'm coming with that fire. If they real and they want to put their shit out here, man, and let y'all know it ain't fun and games and we can make it after the bullshit, that's what I'm about. So whatever you do, man, stay loyal to yourself, man.